Blessings to all my wonderful subscribers here on YouTube, and blessings to all my friends on Facebook. A lot of you, a lot of my wonderful friends from Facebook are subscribed to my YouTube channel, but I'm trying to get my YouTube channel to grow. So if you guys can put the word out, that share my videos with your friends. It could be in the spiritual community or not, because I'm going to be doing videos talking about talking about makeup, showing how I do my makeup. This is my makeup right now. I slept in it, so it's not the best. Half my eyebrow came off, but it looks nice still. And I'm literally using dollar store eyeshadow, and they have small little palettes, and it's like a little cardboard thing that folds open, and it's truly amazing. Let me show it to you. Hold on. I have to get a bigger case. My husband bought me this years ago when he was working at Jiffy Lube. A fellow worker of his that he used to work with, his wife worked at the makeup counter at one of the I think it was like Macy's, or something like that. And the husband told the wife about me, and the wife told her husband and told my husband that if you spend like $70 or $80, I can give a lot of makeup and a lot of samples to you, and a couple of cases, professional makeup cases from Estee Lauder, and that's what one of the presents my husband gave me for Christmas many years ago. Let's say 2005 or 6, somewhere around there. It's a wonderful, decently made Estee Lauder case. With there's no mirror there, but hey, it's still nice. I could always hot glue a mirror if I wanted one there. But have you ever seen? Go on eBay and go online and just Google makeup cases with lights built in. And I seen that in a movie one time. Like some drag queen, gay themed movie with drag queens, and it was like, it wasn't Tu Wong Fu, and it wasn't Priscilla Queen of the Desert. It was another one. I forget. It could have been a foreign film, but the performer and drag queen literally opened up a suitcase. Like an old, it looked like an old trunk, and it was like on wheels, or in it, and it was in like a big trunk on wheels with a pop-out thing, a pop-out handle, like your luggage, like if you have luggage and you're going, traveling through the airport, you know what I'm talking about. The suitcases with the wheels that have the long handles. It's 5:44 and I just woke up about maybe an hour ago, so just wanted to talk to you, and I'm trying to grow my channel, build my subscribers and my friends. All of you guys that are my subscribers mean so much to me, and I just want to let you know I love all of your comments, and all of your support. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart and my soul to yours. It really means a lot to me that you watch my videos and that you like me. It just gives me a lot of support, and this is an outlet. I love making my videos, and I love sharing my life with you guys. But the last several months, I have been struggling. I totally recoiled, almost like a snake. I like recoiled back into myself, and I stopped talking online totally. I just didn't want to share my life with anybody at the time. It's not that I gave it up. I just didn't want to be online. I didn't want to talk about how I felt, because I was feeling pretty bad. You know, do you know when you hit a bottom and you feel like there's no way out? Or you hit a bottom and you feel horrible, but then you hit another bottom and you didn't think it could get worse, but then you hit another bottom, and so on and so on and so on. That's how my life has been since I've been born. A lot of things out of my control, and a lot of things within my control that I've made a lot of mistakes. I have pushed my husband into buying me a lot of items back in the day when we had more money. I basically made his life a living hell until he gave in. And that's that tunnel vision, that total focus tunnel vision that I want this, and if I don't get it, I'm gonna, act like a crazy child, little bitch, And it's also part of my mental health issues, you know. But I'm just saying, I don't know why it's coming out. It's just coming out, so I'm just gonna let it come out. I put the balloons up to celebrate me coming back to YouTube. And what I wanted to let what I want to let you know is that let me take a drink and think a little bit. Jesus, my coffee almost spilled. Let me put this down for a minute. The coffee that I'm drinking in my little Christmas mug. These mugs are, this style of mug is a cappuccino latte mug. I'd like to find some other ones, but I got 2 of those at Walmart years ago, and I never can find that shape at Walmart. So, and half the time when I find stuff, I don't have the money to buy it anyways. That's why I hate going into Walmart. I hate going into any store if we're low on money and we can't buy the food that we need, or we are very limited and only have like $20 or $10 in food stamps left or something like that, and we can only buy like a thing of milk and a thing of cereal, and I can't get like pop or crackers or eggs or anything else. That's why I'm grateful to go to the food bank. I'll be sharing a couple of food bank hauls just because I think it's important to show you guys. It's not to make you guys feel sorry about me. It's just to let you know the real, I love the food bank and it helps a lot of people. If I didn't have help with the food bank, I would be going hungry. And there were times when, my family didn't have a lot of money and we had to eat, macaroni and cheese for dinner every night if we were lucky. My mom was on welfare. My dad worked here and there, but, you know, since she had me, she got food stamps for herself, for me, for my father, and those were the good times when we actually had enough to eat. But I'm so scared to run out of food. When I get a chance to stockpile, I just go overboard. Thank God we got thank God I get my EBT card. Well, I have my EBT card from welfare, and thank God I get $194 a month. And that's just for me. That's just for one person through welfare. And I don't get any money. Wish I did, but even a couple $100 would help. I wish I did, but I don't. Back in the day, they'd give you a couple $100 a month. But if you don't have any children, and the only children I have are little dogs, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter even if you need the money. It just sucks. You can't get the help that you need. In certain programs I can get help with, certain programs I can't. I'm just grateful they're not making a big fuss about me putting Paul on my welfare forms. Because they could say, hey, you have a live-in boyfriend, he has a job, he makes too much money, you can't be on welfare. But, thankfully they're not making, I'm not married to him at all. I'd love to get married to him, but that would cause a lot of problems. Like if I get my disability back, they'd cut my disability in half. It's already, if I get my disability back, I'll probably just get the $740 a month. That's hard to survive on that. But that income paid my rent / mortgage for this house we're buying. Without that $740 and my UPMC for You insurance through disability, and I had some extra help through Medicare and welfare, it's basically the same insurance I have now, UPMC for You. I have it through welfare though, Medicaid. Different, but basically the same thing. My health insurance is better than my husband's insurance that he gets through his work. And that's sad, you know. But yeah, I've really put my husband through the ringer in the last 19, 20 years that we've been together. And I feel bad about it. In all honesty, everything there were a lot of times he bought me stuff freely. We had the money. I didn't push him. But there's been times where I've pushed him into buying stuff for me or for us, and it just made us more broke. And he was trying to build a nest egg for us so many times through the years. And I just asked for too much, pushed him for too much, made his life a living hell, bugged him for days. It was something I really wanted. It's hard to say these things, but it's the truth. It makes me want to cry. And I'm sort of dissociating a little bit. I'm pulling back. Not that I'm leaving my body, but I'm pulling back a little bit because it's just difficult to deal with and talk about. I pray to God that I get my disability back. I have one more court hearing coming up because I reapplied for disability and they denied me again. So it doesn't matter that I was on disability for 17 years. So I have to go to another court hearing down in Pittsburgh. Hopefully we don't get that judge. Hopefully we get a different judge. I would rather see a judge that was against disability altogether and to look at all of my medical records through mental health and, you know what, be that 1 or be that 5 or 10% that he would you know, give you, approve the disability. I'd rather see a lawyer, or not a lawyer, I'd rather see a judge like that than a judge that was, there's two judges down in Pittsburgh that's for disability. The female that I seen, she was the second one. She was 49% for disability. She lied to me and my attorney. She said, I care about you, Vanessa. I care about what happens to you. I care about your case. You know, let's get some more evidence. Not that there wasn't enough. My attorney said, you know what, she's weird. You know, she's a little whatever. Just because she's a judge for SSI doesn't mean that she can't be batshit crazy, but still act normal. It's nice to be lied to. Shaking and gagging and almost vomiting on the floor, and talked to her, and she's, you know, she's like, she told the lady, the employment lady, I want a job for Vanessa that, you know, no stress, a no stress job where she works by herself, blah, blah, blah. She went down 5 different whatevers, criterias or whatever. And of course, at every little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the lady said, okay, there's 2,500 jobs in this one, there's 1,000 jobs in this one, blah, blah, blah. Did they give me any of the information? Fuck no. Fuck no. And just because those jobs exist, they're not around my area. So I need my psychiatrist that I talk to that is supporting my case for disability. I've been seeing Dr. Crimebrook for years. He actually owns Crimebrook Psychological Services. It's a huge complex now with their big building, and he makes so much money there with everything he has going, with him as the main psychotherapist, and then he has other ones. There's the main building they had for years. Now they have one for teenagers and children, and 4 and 5 buildings. So I jumped down his throat the last time I seen him, because I said, you talked about too much of my drug addiction. That was a big thing with the judge. The judge kicked me off disability because she said I didn't see my I didn't see him enough, even though I was going once a month. I told her I have agoraphobia. I'm scared to leave the house. I jump out of the car. I start having a panic attack in the car. Talk to her just as I'm talking to you. Honest. Being open. Truthful. Talking about things that are just horrible. She asked me, did I think about suicide? Did I think about hurting myself or others? I said yes. Every day of my life. I have intrusive, horrible flashbacks and thoughts and I have what my doctor wrote is, I don't mean to lick my fingers. Well, they're clean, but I'm just sort of putting my hair back behind my ears. I should just use some water, but I'm just like, whatever. I don't like it when the little hairs stick out. Anyways, I just, I can't believe all the shit that I've been going through the last 3 years, 2.5, 3 years of fighting. You know, just because I haven't been inpatient at mental health lately in the last 10 years doesn't mean that I'm not disabled. My attorney said, go into mental health for a couple of days, a week, whatever. I told him I would do it to help my case. That would help my case more. But I can't do it. I would force myself to do it, but I don't know if they would give me the methadone that I'm on at the clinic, even if my doctor at the clinic wrote the order and faxed it over to them. Of course the hospital has methadone, or can get it. They probably have it in pill form. Don't tell me they don't have it. They have it, or could get it. But then it would help my case for my disability, but then it would fuck me up at the clinic I go to. I talked this out with my counselor, Maggie. She's really nice. She used to be my group counselor for the groups every month that I have to go to. Now she's my individual one-on-one counselor. Thank God. Because if she ends up leaving or something, I'm gonna make sure that I get. No, I don't need a hard ass bitch. And that's the two that I got the last time. One I filed a grievance on, then I wrote a couple of names of some I knew of there. I wrote the name of this one there, and then she's like, I'm not going to make it easy on you. It's like I'm doing everything that I can. Why do you have to like act like this? I said you're too stiff and rigid. I can't work with you. And then even going back to my doctor wasn't good enough. I was seeing a psychiatrist for my medication. Oh, and since I'm on 3 milligrams of Klonopin a day, well, I guess, I stay where I'm at. I just have my tries, privileges. I go 3 days a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If I would get my next privileges in 2 years, I would go Monday, Friday. In 3 years, if I'm there, I would go once a week, like on Monday. But the problem is, there's the new people that bought it. It's not MedTech anymore. It's MedMark Treatment Center. And they bought both of MedTech's businesses. The big one that I go to, and the one in Blairsville, the smaller one. They sold MedTech for $7.9 million. And they're not all about helping people. The owners just want the fucking money. I'm just going everywhere. See a psychiatrist to give me meds. See a psychologist for psychotherapy that's supporting my case for disability. And thank God he's only writing what I tell him to write in my files and my health records. I'm going to start writing on the computer here about my different disabilities I have. Well, my different mental health issues and disabilities I have, and the symptoms that I have, and how I feel daily. And then I'm going to hand it to my doctor to write that in my file. Or I may read that, I may pull out the papers and read it to him at my next appointment. Because he needs to make detailed descriptions of what mental illnesses I have, what I suffer from. You can't just write, okay, she's disabled and she has this and this and this. It's even harder now to get disabilities. Or not to get disabilities. That's funny. In a sick, sad way. It's hard to get SSI disability anymore. Only 1 in 3 get it. So there's 2 judges down there for it. The one I seen already, I think she was transphobic, homophobic, and transphobic. I think she didn't, she thought I could work and she didn't care that I had, my issues. The letter that I got in the mail and the letter that she sent to the lawyer, my lawyer, huge paragraphs, your anxiety's mild. My anxiety's not mild. I have anxiety 24/7. 24/7. I never can really relax or calm down. I'm so hyper and freaked out and running around, and I don't know if I have adult ADD. I know I was a hyperactive child. They had me on medication. And when I go see my doctor that gives me medication, I'm going to see if he can take me off Klonopin and put me on Xanax, 1 milligram, 3 times a day. He's like, well, there's not much of a difference, but I have to beg this asshole. So I tried the one medicine, it didn't work. The Doxepin didn't work. I tried Paxil, had a bad reaction. I could have went into a coma, and it could have led into death, me dying, because the tramadol, 50 milligrams, pain medicine that I get from my PCP, my doctor, that's the strongest shit he'll give. He's supportive of me going back to he's supportive of me going back to a pain doctor to get proper medication. I only need what I used to be on, or something like it. A 5 milligram, Vicodin or Percocet. I was on 5 milligrams of Percocet, which is oxycodone, which is the main ingredient in Oxycontin pills. But I was basically on 5 milligrams of oxycodone 4 times a day. I can trust myself more with medication now, so it's not like I'm gonna go crazy and abuse it. I could slip now and then and do some shit that I really don't want to do. I could still struggle with that because of how bad my life is at times. But I sure in the hell wouldn't make myself run out or go through detox every month. When I was making videos before, I was running out of medication. 129 pills. Or, no, 120 pills. Crushing and snorting them. I got addicted to the process of crushing them, snorting them, and then the high. I was so high all the time I couldn't even feel it. And then, if you don't have the medicine in you, then you're sick. You just can't say, oh, you can't have pain medicine because you suffer from addiction issues and you're a recovering addict. You can't just, a doctor just can't say, you know, like blackball you and say, well, you can't be on medication like that. You know, I've read that online from other doctors and stuff because I suffer from chronic pain. I got to go to a rheumatologist to find out if I have fibromyalgia, which I think I do. I got to find out. I missed my appointment the other day. Well, I went to the appointment, but I was 15 minutes late. I flipped out at the office. Me and my husband were fighting outside the damn the office. I basically said to him, "Listen, motherfucker, if you don't stop looking at me angry, and if you know," he basically just was trying to get me to calm down. And when you have PTSD, you go from 0 to 100 in seconds. But anyways, I hate fighting with my husband. It sucks. I just pray to God that things get better for me. I'm grateful that I have my husband. I love him with all my heart and soul. And I cherish my time with him. But the stress of me losing my disability has made my symptoms so over the top that I'm just totally non-functioning. Or if I'm functioning, I'm like a mess. Like how you see me on videos. You know, fucking with my shit, fucking with my hair. It's just really bad. I just pray to God that things get better for me, that's all. That's all. If I don't get my disability back, see, if I get my disability back, then I get my money back. Then we're less financially fucked. And I'll have health insurance that I know that won't be taken away. I'm always worried that, you know, when it comes time to renew my welfare health insurance, that they'll just cut me off, or they'll just cut me off just in general. Thank God there's a really nice lady, supervisor, Miss Gallows at welfare. She's not my caseworker, but I go to her and talk to her about questions and stuff, and when I go to reapply, I go right to her and talk to her just because she's helped me. I don't like my regular caseworker. She's a bitch. I told her I made YouTube videos. She turned me into welfare fraud. The welfare fraud guy literally called my quote unquote landlord slash the lady we're buying the house from. And the same shit I said to her was said to him, was said to my landlord, was said back to me. And I'm like, she's turned me in. Then I explained to the fraud guy. Almost sounds like frog guy. He's a frog. He's a frog man swimming in the water. He literally was gonna come out here at the house, and I'm like, I would have flipped. I would have flipped my shit. Flipped my wig, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I would have lost my shit. But this is basically how I'm going to talk. I don't care anymore, about if it's offensive or not. Whatever, I'm just me. Take it or leave it. At least you can say that I'm honest. At least you can say I speak my truth. For all the good and all the bad. Warts and all. This is how I feel. Scared every day. Scared. Frightened. Frightened as a child. So scared I don't want to leave the house. But when you have agoraphobia, that's how it is. I'm constantly triggered. I get triggered over my addiction. I get triggered over I smell something in my house or outside or shopping. I may smell something and then I have a flashback of being abused. I was raped anally and made to give hand jobs and blow jobs, basically, to this 50-year-old old black man, friend of the family for 30, 40 years. I'm not the only person he molested. Then back in 2007, I ran into him in the parking lot at Best Buy. Because my husband worked at Jiffy Lube, I went over to Best Buy to buy a couple of Madonna CDs or look to see what they had, whatever. I seen him sitting in a truck. I knew it was him. I walked up to him. My makeup was done. I looked pretty and sexy. I walked up to him and told him my former name, my parents, what he did to me, how bad it destroyed my life. And all he said is, I have cancer. I don't remember. And I'm like, you fucking liar. Do you want to know what he said next? You sure look good. You sure look sexy. You turned out amazing. Blah, blah. Then just made me want to vomit. I went back and flipped out at my husband's work, screaming and yelling and calling my mother. It was a mess. Because this guy knew my whole family. When my dad had open heart surgery when he was 13 years old, he went to go stay with him. His name was Richie Herbert. Richie Herbert. My dad said years ago, sitting at the table with my mom and dad and Paul, eating dinner, invited at my mom and dad's house. And my dad said, well, at least he's dead. Well, good, he's dead. Like that made a difference. Oh yeah, he's dead. I forget the rape and the flashbacks. I'm just so tired. I have racing thoughts. Intrusive thoughts. I meant just to sit down and do it, show you some of the stuff I got at Walmart. My husband gave me a couple of dollars. Well, no, he didn't give me a couple of bucks. He let me buy a few little things. We had a couple extra dollars, and I'm grateful for it. That's what I wanted to first sit down and talk about. Then I go into left field and talk about that. Well, oh well. Let me change the subject, okay? Okay. I'm drinking my coffee. It's Walmart Mocha brand coffee. It tastes mild, but really good. And you can really taste the chocolate in there, and it's really rich and smooth like the way they say it is. $3.88 for a 12 ounce. So that's not bad. I have a lot of coffees I showed you in that long 4-hour video. I never set out to make a almost 4-hour video, but you're gonna see ones that are just long videos. You know, you guys want to see me, then you're gonna have to sit and watch long videos. For the ones that can't sit there and watch all the videos, then skip through the ramblings or watch it in parts. Be grateful I'm back making videos. One thing I want to ask you guys, when you see the ads on my videos, can you please press the button? Can you please press the link or the ad whenever a video pops up? I'm putting ads on my videos to try to make money through YouTube. And you only make money through AdSense with putting ads on your videos if your viewers click the link. Let it load up in your browser. You don't have to buy anything or watch anything. You know, click it. Let it open up. Once it opens up to the link for whatever, then go back to watching my video. You know, and then when you see it, I don't put a lot in my videos, but every time one comes up, do the same thing. Please, please. That would help me. That's a small favor to ask for all the hard work I put into making my videos. I'm only online because I like to share my life with people, and for support. Maybe what I say helps someone else feel other people feel. Maybe what I say will help some other people. Maybe they're feeling the same way. You know. But anyways, my coffee is mocha, and they also have creme brulee. It's in an orange. It's creme brulee. It's really good, and it's in an orange bag like this. So Walmart has their own coffee brand. So there's a couple that are good. This is the best. This is the best dark Italian espresso I ever tasted. I've tasted Starbucks's coffee like this in the store at Walmart. It tasted nothing like. It didn't taste like what I wanted it to taste like. I even put extra coffee in it. I bought another Starbucks one, didn't like it. I'm sure if I went, I've never been to a Starbucks before. Ever. I don't have money to buy a $5 coffee. I'm lucky to occasionally get a $3 Frappuccino at McDonald's. The other day I was getting sick, feeling like I was going to vomit. My husband just pulled, this is after I got my dose and we left the clinic. My husband pulled into McDonald's because he said he was going to wash his car. And I'm like, I can get $1 pop, but I'd really have a Frappuccino. So he got me that. And I make my own iced coffees. I'll have to do that on camera. You can add any coffee you like. I add cream and sugar, ice cubes, and then ice cream. I only have a small little $9 cheap knockoff bullet. So I gotta try to get a bigger one. There's like the Ninja. Those are amazing. They crush ice and stuff, but they're so expensive. Maybe I'll get a maybe I'll find a blender for $5 or something. But even those don't work sometimes. Like the Ninjas work amazingly. Montel Williams machine he used to sell. Maybe I can find that secondhand on eBay. I don't know. I'm not finding anything. I don't have any money. But this is the dark Italian espresso, grounded or ground. You can get it in the beans. Dark Italian espresso, bold, chocolatey, full bodied. It's really good. Yeah. When me and my husband were shopping for coffee, he actually said, I showed him one coffee, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's the one with the beans. I have a grinder, but I use it for my witchy herbs, so I would have to buy a whole new grinder. I wouldn't mind buying the whole beans and just grinding it myself. It's more fresher that way, but it's easier to do this. But that's what I'm drinking. Let me show you some of the things I got. They have these little, Cool Gear is the brand. Cool Gear, Coolgear, at Walmart. So at your Walmart they may have these. I got 2 of these for 88 cents. They have different ones with emojis on it. This is ones with pretty little mermaids. And this is like what I like. I like some child stuff. It's mainly because when I was abused, I stopped growing mentally. So, like right now, showing you this stuff, and right now, talking about some of that stuff, it triggered me. And it made me feel like a little child again. Well, a lot of times when I get little things like this, I dissociate and I just start doing my thing. And, like, I collect Barbies. Not the fancy ones, but certain ones. I would love to get the original Barbie that came out back in like the 1958 or 60. They have a knockoff one, basically a newer version of the old one. I'd love to buy that when I can. But I collect little Barbies here and there. Maybe I grab them at Goodwill. They're always naked. It's like, really? So I buy them clothes sometimes. Well, I used to. I pulled my Barbies out, and just sat there on my bed, just dressing them up and combing their hair, and just makes me feel better. And do you know how there's that color therapy for adults now? It's very popular. I used to color, and my grandmother would color, and my mother would color as adults just for something to do. Well, the kind of coloring books I like are the ones that come out around Christmas time. They're really thick. They have a lot of different um, holiday photos in them, maybe a puzzle or two. That's the type I like. So I'm going to try to find those when I can. And I also like the adult coloring books they have. They did have a little small one for $3 or $4 last year. I seen it. It was like those mandalas or whatever they're called. The different round circles. But those are so small. Those adult coloring books. It's basically for colored pencils, and I have those. I could color with those. But I would rather also have like buy some Crayola crayons, buy some Crayola markers. And my husband said, well, those are probably too big. And I'm like, well, I want to work with crayons and stuff. So, and plus you can also print out, type in color therapy images. You'll get a lot of stuff. You can just print them out on your computer. So I'm just going to start coloring when I get the supplies I need. I'll start coloring. Just just for the hell of it, and just to try to relieve my stress and anxiety. But I got two of these because I love the little cups. It's a 16 ounce. I can put my drinks in there when I go to the clinic. And then, of course, this brand is Cool Gear. They already have these Halloween mugs out at Walmart, so go get yours while they have them. Sometimes they get more, but once you see them, grab them or they're gone. This was my favorite sugar skull. I am not into skulls at all. I'm not into skulls at all. Like having one of the, like a, even though I'm a witch and into, even though I consider myself a witch and a Wiccan, sort of like in between, but more on the witchy side than Wiccan. But I still have Wicca books too, and my regular witch books. Why use labels? Years ago, I was called. Literally, I was like, had a calling. I heard that, I literally, walking my dogs, I heard the trees. I heard the trees talking to me. Literally, talking to me. And I didn't know if it was, because trees are living. It's a plant. I didn't know if it was my mental health, or my psychic abilities. You know, but I heard the trees talking. I think it was more my psychic abilities because the way they talk to me. If you want to learn more about us, Vanessa, start buying and collecting Wiccan and witch books and books on nature and stuff. Because that's a nature-based, path. So that's how I started, you know. But this is my favorite one. I only bought this one. I could have put the fake nails that I got back because they're $5. This is $4.98. Then I would have gotten two of them, but I figure the next time we go to Walmart, me and my husband, hopefully I'll have an extra $5, so I can at least get a spare of this one. I'll take care of it. Wash it gently with soap and water. Use the sponge side, but just regular use, something could fall off. And I would love to get tattoos. Like, on my shoulders, like here, and then up and down my arms and some on my hands. Not to be a rebel, not to be a rebel or anti-establishment or whatever you want to call it. It's just there's tattoos that I would like. I have Madonna's name tattooed on my back shoulder, but it's faded. I still love Madonna a lot, but I'm going to have to sell some of my Madonna collection to raise money to either fix our house or move and try to get enough money to buy a different place. And we're on the fence. Whatever happens, happens. I don't care, you know. I have about $30,000 worth of Madonna items that I've collected. A lot. I'm just gonna sell them on eBay. I pray to God that people buy my items. I'm gonna sell some of them, just some of it for cheap, some of it a little more, because it's worth a little more. I found out, you know, how you go to like um, Yahoo.com or MSN.com. I couldn't believe it. They had they had like vinyl, and they said, well, this is worth this. The Madonna 1992 Erotica album vinyl is worth $3,000. What do you think I have? The album. Of course, I played it once or twice, not much at all. And it's out of the package, but it's still worth a decent amount of money. I have the Madonna sex book. There's certain things I'm going to sell. There's certain things I'm not going to sell. I probably won't sell her the CDs. No. Because I have so many. I have a huge box of CDs, imports, bootleg ones I made, my friends made. I'll just have to start putting stuff on eBay. Madonna stuff and some Marilyn Monroe stuff I have. I still love Marilyn Monroe and Madonna, but I don't need all of this stuff. I need money to fix up this house we're renting to own, or if we're gonna buy, maybe we find a trailer in the country somewhere else or another cheap house. I don't know. Whatever happens, happens. But here is a sugar skull. And this is cute, but it's not my favorite. I like this design better. I would have this design tattooed on my arm. Maybe a couple of different little mini ones tattooed on different spaces with like vines and roses going up around it, and maybe some hearts and stars and like the rainbow flag colors around it, and but I don't like pain, so I have a low tolerance for pain. So I don't know if they would use that gel before they tattoo you. If they didn't, I would be trying to get some of it from somewhere, something. That's what they put on your face if you're getting electrolysis or laser, or if you're getting your lips done. If you've ever watched Trisha Paytas, if you've seen her get her lips done, they have it all over her lips. I like watching her. She's nice. I like watching Peter Mon. He's also someone I like. I like watching the negative Nation or whatever it's called. That guy. He used to seem like a bully, but he's not. He just has a weird sense of humor, and then he has like his reaction videos. So this is another one. Oh, and speaking of tattoos, I hope to have the Madonna tattooed either covered up with another one or have it lasered off. Just because I'm still a fan, but I'm not like a huge mega diehard fan like I used to. But I'm still a really big fan of Madonna's. But I want to get the tattoo removed. And I would like other tattoos, but tattoos fade. But I would ask a tattoo artist, hey, if you stay out of the sun, how long will it stay vibrant? Because then you have to pay to have them re-tattooed. And it just feels like glass under your skin when you're getting it. It hurts. Anyways, this is my makeup case I showed you. And I watched Jeffree Star. I like Jeffree Star too. And all I did was use a liner brush. And these are the little tiny dollar LA Color cheap but decent pigment. The little rubber thing, the strap broke to fold it, but these are pretty nicely pigmented for cheap. I mean, those are, pretty pigmented. They have two different ones. They have this one, and then they have this one. When you can find them, they sell out pretty quick. They're small. They're like $15 colors. And what I did is there's I did one of Jeffree Star's techniques because he's an amazing makeup artist when he does his makeup. He's very lucky and he's worked very hard for how far he's gotten. So many people dog him, diss him, put him down. Yeah, there's some things he's done that it's not cool. There's some things he's done he's regret. And his attitude sometimes, and it's like he acts like he's better than himself. Or, not better. Sometimes it's like he comes across like he's better than other people, but I think that's just part of his ego or personality. Plus, when you're on the camera, sometimes you may, put a face on or something. Or act a certain way. I don't know. But he's still a nice person. And I still like him a lot. So I watch his videos and his makeup tutorials. So I got my liner brush. I wetted it with water. Took some of the water off. Rubbed it. Did a circle motion in the green. And I used it as a bottom liner on my eyes. Looks very bold and amazing. So when I do my eyes sometimes, and I want to line them like that, I just have to find a better brush. Maybe I'll use a nail brush or something. I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be showing my makeup more. I'm going to be showing you my nail supplies, and I'll show you, You know, when I do my nails, sometimes I just put a fake ones on. Sometimes I do acrylic. I learn and I watch videos of professionals and amateurs doing their nails, and you can use those little kits. You can use those little nail kits from Kiss. They work amazingly, just like going and getting your nails done. But it takes practice. It's actually very calming to do it. So I may acrylic my nails one of these days. And I have a friend she's better than me because has done it for a couple of years. Now she does it for a couple of bucks here and there from her friends. And hers looks just as good as the professionals. Mine look just as good as professionals when I do a good set. But it takes me hours. But I still like doing it. You even can get fake lashes at the Dollar Tree. Just go through what they have and pick out the good ones. This is not what I just bought. It's stuff I bought years ago. Here is a eyeshadow palette with 36 eyeshadows. And I found it around Christmas time years ago when we were buying Christmas presents for friends of ours when we were going to their house. And I bought my friend and her daughter a makeup case and bought them both perfume and different eyeshadows. This one, I wish they would have had a second palette, but the Morphe palettes, and they have so many different ones. They have 80 to 100 eyeshadows in those huge palettes with a nice mirror on the side. I don't like the matte eyeshadows. I like the real bright and bold and glittery eyeshadows. So doesn't matter, and they're like 20-30 bucks. So whenever I'm able, I'd love to buy that. I'll be doing makeup tutorials and stuff. What I got mad about was a couple of the eyeshadows were crushed when I got it. Let me show you. Do you see what I mean? That one up there. Oh, the one here is crushed. The other one down there is crushed. The other, 3 of them or 4 of them's crushed. But at least they're highly pigmented. So never pass up buying something you see at the Dollar Tree or at Family Dollar or at the Dollar General. And I'm just gonna lick my finger and show you. First, I'll show you how bright it is without doing that. It's pretty bright. Now I'll show you licking my finger. I should have had my brush here and water, but whatever. I just do it in circle a couple of times. You don't want water. You don't want to wet your brush so bad that it's dripping wet. You want just enough to grab enough pigment and eyeshadow to go on, and it goes on smooth. It's so smooth. Let me show you some other ones. Here's a nice blue one. When you wet them, the eyeshadows, they are phenomenal. It enhances and makes them really stand out. And I'll do a permanent swatch with my makeup on another video. This is just a little, let's chat a little bit. Went into talking about things I shouldn't have talked about. Well, I don't regret talking about it, but it got me sort of feeling bad. But there's a black, and of course I'll do a swatches on my arms next time. There's a black, white. Not trying to give you the middle finger, but blue. It's another like blue, white, and those those will look amazing, you know, using them as liner to line your bottom of your eyes and even the top of your eyes like eyeliner. I just got to get a couple of thin brushes or see if I find something here I can use, or just go buy a couple of thin brushes. Or a lip brush would work for putting on lip liner and lipstick. You know, using a lip brush, that may work. It's going to be very fine though, the brush. And of course I have some L'Oreal's True Match mineral makeup. This is the concealer. This was like $5-6. It's like that mineral makeup they have. That's the concealer with the brush. Bought it at Walmart. This is the amazing Nude Glow. And it has like a kabuki brush in the top. All you do is you take off the cap, you unscrew the lid, and make sure you take the powder off there, and then you can see, hold on, you see the opening there with a couple of circles? All you do is, well, I do it like this. Wait, hold on. Pat a couple times. Well, just going like that, and then, oh shit, just went on the floor. Anyways, normally what I do is I just tap a little bit in my hand, and I swirl it around. I'll show you what it does and how pretty it is. Very sparkly. Let's get better lighting. It's like the mineral makeup basically. worth it, the money. So, it's just a quick little whatever. There we go. And I know it's hard to see. Anyways, they're like $6 a piece. First, you do the concealer underneath your eyes. And at any place you need to conceal something, you only need a very little bit. And this brush is so cool. Look at that. Did you see that? You do the concealer first. Gotta get the makeup off my laptop. Better lighting, and then if I'm gonna do makeup, cover my top of my computer with a towel. Then, first you use the concealer. After the concealer, you use the foundation powder. So first of all, you use the concealer underneath your eyes for dark circles or whatever. Then you use the foundation, your base. Then after that, you use the translucent setting powder. And I have a lot. I mean, you might think this wasn't worth a lot, but they were pretty full for $6 a piece. And a little bit goes a long way. I've had these for years, but they really don't come up like even if I shave my face close, I still have like a 5 o'clock shadow. So they normally don't cover that. So, but they're still good to use. And then here's the translucent to set it. And then I use the True Match All Over Mineral Glow, and it's like a suntan, a deep brown with sparkle glitter. And then I do my cheeks and contour the top of here a little bit, contour here so you don't see like the fat, and then I reset again. And then old school trick, after all my makeup's done, I spray my face with mace, really. I'd be on the floor writhing in pain. It's crazy. No. After I'm done with all my makeup, old school trick, from girls and drag queens and transgender women, all of us together, old school trick, girlfriend, spray your face with hairspray. Not a lot. Just enough. Just enough. But that was just the mineral makeup I wanted to show you. Here's some of the other ones I haven't opened yet. Several different colors in there. In that small palette. There's three different ones. And of course, here's some bigger palettes of eyeshadows and lip glosses. Comes in those Christmas kits for like $10 or $15, $20. There's other smaller palettes. Air Water-resistant Sally Hansen airbrush legs spray-on for perfect legs instantly. Light glow. Leg makeup for fair skin tone. William Bella. Everybody knows William Bella from RuPaul's Drag Race. What William Bella, and also from his Beatdown show. He calls this drag queen in a can. You can spray this on your face. Use your fingers or use your contour or not. Use your fingers if you need to, which I like doing. But I'm gonna get some of those makeup brush or not makeup brushes. I'm gonna get some of those makeup things to put your makeup on. I forget what they're called. Beauty blenders. Yeah, they even have them at the dollar store and Walmart for cheap. Little ones and big ones. So, yeah. There's that. Oh, shit. My original mineral makeup that the mirror broke. I had to tape it. Still has a lot in there. I guess I'm showing y'all a lot of my makeup. Little tiny one I got from the dollar store or Walmart, I think. Nice pigments. You don't have to spend a lot of money. Back in the day, these were 3 times the size, but now they're smaller. They're the Max Factor Pan Sticks. But there's a special brand that a lot of the drag queens use. I forget what it's called, but it's not the Anastasia makeups. It's not the other ones either. I forget which one it is, but I love the smell of Pan Stick. But I use Pan Stick a lot because this you don't need a lot. You don't need a lot. Let me show you. And what I would do is just put this on my face like regular base. I just gotta try to cover up the 5 o'clock. So there's that. It's not bad. So here's some other eyeshadows. Or not eyeshadows, but purple. Little eyelash curler. But I'm going to buy the ones that actually light up, or not light up, the ones that warm up. And here's my Estee Lauder Deluxe Pure Color Eyeshadow Palette. Oh shit, really? I need to find better makeup brushes instead of these little things that are cheap and the little rubber thing falls off. I like the way how pretty it looks. They're 2 matching ones. The other one is Deluxe Alright, this is Estee Lauder, let's say it fancy, Estee Lauder, no, it's Estee Lauder Deluxe Pure Color Eyeshadow Palette. I just showed you. And then the Estee Lauder Deluxe All Over Compact Bronze Goddess Soft Matte Bronzer, Tender Blush, Soft Matte Bronzer, Nude Rose Pink Kisses, and Fresh Plum. Of course, that's brand new. I haven't used it at all yet. Well, I did use some of them to swatch them, but and then here's a really nice liquid makeup, and it's L'Oreal's new True Match Super Blendable Makeup Warm Light Ivory W2. This works really well. I don't like makeup to feel like I don't want my face to feel like it's so heavy full of heavy makeup. I don't like that feeling at all. And then do you know the powders that you get? They're in a little round circle cardboard like little container, and they have the orange and white roses or something on it or something. That's what I normally buy. I forget what the brand. Here's a Maybelline, another face powder. And then if you don't want to use regular pan stick, you can get your beauty blender. You can get your beauty blender. If you don't want to use pan stick, which is already ready to go and wet, you can use a pancake, which is dry, and you use water on the sponge or beauty blender, and you gently take most of the water off and you slide it in, and then this is another form of pancake. Just a little idea of some of my makeup I got. I gotta try to repack all this crap in here. It's a damn mess. And I don't like the some of the makeup boxes at Walmart. They're like $40. They're not even decent. I mean, they're not bad, but I used to have all my makeup in a big tackle box that I bought or had. And it was like a fishing box, but it had so many compartments. Well, that's nothing nice to look at. So if I found one at Walmart that I liked or online, I would buy if I had the money. A nice big makeup container that opens up. Oh, I gotta reheat my coffee. Let me put this back over here. Oh, Jesus. Sure in the hell don't want to spill the coffee. Put that on. And then here's all my brushes and CoverGirl Lash Blush Fusion, water resistant. I gotta get better ones in that. Some of the Estee Lauder lip glosses, which are really cool. Some of the Wet n Wild, very pretty. Mega Last lip liners, or not lip liners, but lip. Basically, they stay there. So let me give you an idea. Hold on. These are amazing. And these are Wet and Wild, you know, a couple of bucks. And then I like to use, it dries out pretty quickly, which I don't like. I don't like that. I don't like that. See how it's drying out? Well, it sort of makes your lips crease a little bit. I usually use a liquid lip gloss, just $1 one. Oh, I want to make this, my lips a different. There's the damn microwave. So I use both colors. I don't have the mirror right here, damn it. Let me. See how it's lined from the darker. It's a big kiss for you guys. It's a big kiss for every one of you. So I'll start showing makeup and out on here. And then here's one of my liquid Wet n Wild Mega Liners. And this is black, but it has glitter in it. Glitter in it. But I'm going to get other ones. I loved how Amy Winehouse, the singer that died tragically of an alcohol accidental overdose. Sad. She really had a bad drug addiction and alcohol addiction, and she fought and was clean off the drugs, but then drank too much, and between her medicine she was taking and the drinking, she died. When they took out her body, you know, when all of the fans went to whatever that part of London is, Camden, watching different documentaries. That's a huge drug area, so she really shouldn't have lived there, but whatever. It's sad that she died, you know. But I love the way she used to do her eyes. but it has a real fine tip. Like I said, and this one's with glitter. Black sparkle. I'll do makeup tutorials and different stuff on here. Next time, one of these times. This is the brush I used for my eyelining with the eyeshadow. Like, well, I guess that's thin, but maybe try to find one that's a little thinner. You know. And I'm going to show you, I may only do one or two nails on camera, but I'm going to show you how I do my acrylic nails and my nails in general. Even if they're just fake ones. Oh, here it is, damn it. Dumbass me. No, not that I'm dumb. Here's $1. I like them to have that wet look. See, look. They look better. Anyways, there's another eyeliner I have in here, a wet one. I'm trying to find it. There it is. It's a regular Wet n Wild H2O proof liquid liner. Maybe it's maybe it is waterproof. Thank God they're a couple of years old, but yep. I'm gonna go get my coffee and come back and show you what I got from the store. I would like to get other plastic surgery too. I just don't have the money, obviously. I'll get one letter for my health insurance from my doctor, from my hormone doctor, Carol Priest. I'll get one letter from her. Hopefully she won't charge too much money, or she may just give me the letter for free. I don't know. I'll have to talk to her before my next appointment, because my appointment is November 28th for her to probably take some blood and me to just talk with her. I see her every couple of months, and it's probably, I'm seeing her a little more every couple of months just because she just started me on hormone therapy. But my breasts are slowly growing again. They're rejuvenating. They feel firmer. And you'll see with me being on female hormones, my face will actually start to change a little bit. More soft or more feminine. Which is good. And a little bit of estrogen hurt nobody. Especially us women. So I got my coffee. Gotta let it cool down. Oh, I have my plastic surgery appointment, my consult with my doctor on September 28th at 12 noon. So we'll drive downtown Pittsburgh from where we're at. We live about an hour 45 minutes to an hour away east of Pittsburgh. So we'll drive down there and meet him and talk to him, and I'll get a letter from my doctor, my hormone doctor, Carol Priest, and then I'll get a second letter from a clinical licensed social worker, and her name is Taffy Busey, and she seems to be really nice. Unfortunately, we keep playing phone tag, leaving messages for each other, so one of these days I'll call her and she'll pick it up, or she'll call me and I'll pick it up at the right time, and I'll schedule an appointment with her, because I guess she's gonna she'll write my second letter for me, for my insurance, and then I give them to the plastic surgeon, and I think he submits them to my insurance, and they approve my surgery for my breast implants, and I hope to God that everything goes smoothly. My luck, I'd have the letters and they would say, oh, something's not written right, we're not paying for it. Or they would say, we're not paying for your breast augmentation. But there's a law that changed for us transgender women about a year ago. So all of us I guess, not me yet, but, well, all of us are running around ragged trying to get our breasts done before they, if they reverse it or something. Scared, you know. But I'm going to tell the doctor, you know, I want him to do a internal breast lift, because my breasts sag a lot, and my left breast, unfortunately, like my right nipple stands like that, but then my left nipple and breast sort of hangs down like that, just a little bit. So that can be easily fixed. And the lady said on the phone, it all depends on how much skin you have. If you have enough skin, the doctor can do your breast augmentation in one step. If you don't have enough skin, you'll have to do it in 2 steps, which he would probably send me home with some silicone, not silicone bags or whatever they are, breast implants, and I'll probably have to put saline solution in there every so many days to make the skin grow. That's or go in and have him do it, whatever, something like that. So, but I think I have enough skin, I can get it done in one shot. And of course, I'll be showing pictures, and of course in different outfits you'll see them, and I'll record almost all the process of driving down, and I'll be padded. They'll be wrapped up with like a tight garment for about a couple of weeks. They'll be like you know, not like an ace bandage, but they'll be like this, like a really, really tight material over them. And you'll be like banded down like that. Wait. Like this. You know. And then I'll have 2 drains that are stitched in with bubbles hanging on the side to drain extra fluid or whatever, if that's the way he does it. I was running out, excuse me, my nose is always itchy on camera, I hate it. I promise I'm not doing anything or snorting anything, for God's sakes. I'm clean and sober, even though I get the methadone. I consider myself clean and sober, considering how I was before. I trust myself with medication again, and since I'm having a lot of chronic pain, I do want to go back on pain medicine. It's just a matter of finding another pain doctor that will treat me. They hear the word methadone and they're like, goodbye. The one doctor said if I get down to 50 milligrams, he'll see me. He'll treat me. I would slowly get down off the methadone and start taking the pain meds. Anyways, I was running out of this one color of nail polish. And this is the color that I've been running out of. It's damn near dried up. Very little in it. So this is the old style of the Wet n Wild, maybe from like a year ago. About a year ago. Okay? And for whatever reason, the Dollar Tree has them in cardboard, not open like at Walmart. This is Wet n Wild Caribbean Frost. It is so pretty. It's such a pretty green color. I'm going to use it along with other green colors I have for my nails. I'll be doing my Halloween motif, and I do it even when it's not Halloween. It's real pretty. I got 2 of them. And then I got this very adorable, hold on. I got this very adorable, and all it is it's just a little cheap, and it's just so like easy to make. But it's like harder wood, and it says welcome, and I love the sparkles on that. Isn't that cute? That's how I like my nails. I'll have to get different. I have glitter, so I'll have to learn how to use the acrylic glitters and stuff, and when I make them. But look at that. Isn't that pretty? Welcome. And then it has different pumpkins. So there's the welcome sign, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pumpkins on it. That's really cute, and I love it. So I'm gonna try to hang it up or something. You know, it's hard to decorate. It's hard to decorate when your walls aren't done. You know, it's like, fuck it. But I am putting my Christmas tree up. When it's Christmas time, I'm putting it up in the corner. The table I'm using right now to hold my computer is a TV stand that we found in the garbage. My husband, we were driving home from doing our laundry, and I said, look, stop the car. And my husband's like, oh, it's too big and it's not going to fit and blah, blah, blah. I said, can you lift it and put it in the back of the trunk? It just fit. The back of the trunk was up a little bit. I'm like, oh, God, don't even have any bungees on hand at the time. Thank God it didn't fall out. I said, please, God, don't let it fall out. And I use it as a coffee table out there, or I did use it as a coffee table in my living room. But now, since I have my spiritual area out here in the kitchen, on this side, that side I cook food, this side is mine. So I have a little bookcase here with some books and stuff on here, and my tapestries, and then of course my one Chihuahua Maggie, and that's the same name as my counselor. My Chihuahua has the same name as my counselor. It's funny. There's a lot of hair. She's shedding a lot, my Maggie. So I gotta brush her more. But we're gonna give them baths one of these days before the winter hits. But I gotta get we have a little vacuum. It's a mini little wet and dry vacuum. Little orange one, portable, very small. Has small attachments to it. It doesn't have like a long wand, which I wish it did, but it's like for a car. But I love it because it's perfect for us. We don't have carpet, and If we had carpet, then we would have a vacuum. But anyways, for I need to obviously take a little vacuum and clean this area up a little bit. There's a lot of her hair all over here, very bad all over the back of my couch because that's where she sits back here, and then all over my tapestry. So I got to vacuum all that. And I just look at that. I just love the way that looks. See, a butterfly woman, or like a goddess, you know, with sun and moon and rainbows. Yeah, that's like double the size. There's a lot more up there with more butterflies, and it's folded under up to here. Here's the line. So it has more butterflies on it, but that's the main part of it. And since that's not sealed, do you see how ugly that looks? Like, it's not sealed. You really can't see it, but well, you can, but above there it's not sealed. You know, if me and my husband, if we get the effort and the chance, we're gonna fill in our walls and paint the kitchen at least. But if that doesn't happen before winter, then I may, when I can, maybe go and get a couple of well, I want to do this anyways, even if I take my tapestries down and we redo the walls and, you know, paint the kitchen and stuff. That's the next step, is filling in the cracks with our filling in the plasterboard, filling, or whatever it's called, filling it in with the stuff, and then smoothing it out, and then gently going over it with sandpaper. And then I'll put my tapestries back up, and I'm gonna probably buy 2 long boas, not snakes, but feather boas. You can get them at Walmart for like a couple of bucks. And I'm gonna put one there with feathers and one going there. And I kept my Christmas lights up. See, so they go all the way around. They go from there all the way around the molding and there. And I have them stuck on the setting of 18 different settings. So it just cycles through that, and it just looks so pretty. And then in the corner of like where our couches are, and the one video that I'm gonna put up, basically the top of this TV stand that I'm using as a computer desk, it had a swivel top to it. We took that off, and I put it on top of 2 plastic crates in my corner of my living room. And it looked like a table and works as a table. I have a little fountain on there. I have my little Christmas Story leg lamp there. I'd rather have that back in the bedroom, the leg lamp. I'd rather have it back in the bedroom, and I'd rather have it back in my bedroom, and then like in my bedroom, and then get a better lamp for there. But right now, that's there, and then my little crystal ball looking thing. I also have to see if they have Halloween scarves this year, like at the Dollar Tree or something, and grab 1 or 2. I'd like to put a scarf around that little. It's this little ball thing that sits on this black controller, and it has LED lights, basically red and green, but they change colors, and it changes the colors of this glass ball. I did hot glue it to it, but then when I went to move it and picked it up, it fell off. So I don't like it moving, because you just set it on there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna re-hot glue it to the damn thing because that's how I want it to be, so it doesn't move off of it. And you know, it has like it's like for meditation. You put the light on or whatever, you lay on your couch, and it has different sounds. But I just use it as a pretty little, looking like a crystal ball. But and then I seen a little witch thing at the Dollar Tree, but I really didn't like it. At the Wow outlet, they have a couple of really nice wood, or they have a couple of really nice wooden, like this but a little thicker. Like this but a little thicker. And they have a couple of really nice wooden witchy decorations. So maybe I'll get to get a couple of those when I can. Anyways, I love you guys. And of course, I'll talk to you soon. I'll keep you up to date with what's going on. It's not like I'm getting my breast implants done now. I have a couple of steps to go through until I can get that done. They may have to improve. They may have to the cosmetic surgeon is going to probably have to submit the letters before the surgery's done. Obviously, before he'll do the surgery. And first, the consult, I gotta let him know I'm on methadone, and hope to God it's not an issue. If he doesn't want me to take my daily dose for that day because he's putting me under, then I won't take it. I'll explain to the methadone clinic what surgery I'm getting. It's an in and out procedure, so if I have to walk in there, if they won't give me a couple of extra bottles, even having them contact my doctor or showing them paperwork or whatever, if they won't give me an extra bottle or two, like right after, for like a day or two of rest, then I'll just go in there, and pain or not, I'll go in there with my t-shirt on like this. I'll be bandaged up underneath, and then I'll have two drains hanging out, so whatever. But I just can't wait. Get my driver's license changed. I have a paper from my doctor to change the gender marker, so it says Vanessa Steele on there since I was 21 years old, but it has always said M for male. And they've been assholes. So they said, I need an affidavit of your bottom surgery from your doctor, and we'll go as far as a woman secretary taking you in the women's bathroom and making sure you have a vagina. I told my doctor that, and she's like, that's absurd and obnoxious and crazy. I said it is. These people are homophobic, transphobic, just whatever. Well, I really didn't believe her that girls were getting their gender marker changed, but she said, did you ever walk in there with a paper signed by your doctor? I said, no. She said, this will work. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go and get it done in November. I have the option of getting my license done in Greensburg or getting it done in Washington, PA. If I have problems in Greensburg, I'll go to the one in Washington, PA. My husband, Paul, both of our birthdays are in November. Mine's November 9th. His is November 13th. Mine runs out the day after my birthday. His runs out the same, so we got to get them done. For 35, 38, 40 bucks. 80 bucks right there. Jesus. I'm just hoping that everything goes smoothly so I can go and get my surgery. Today I'll call my doctor. She's back. She should be back from her vacation. It's Thursday, September 7th. I'll let her know that I need a couple more refills on my spirulactone and my hormones. I'm on estradiol, It's a 2 milligram, one a day, small tablet of estrogen. I want her to raise my estrogen a little bit and raise my spirolactin. The spirolactone is a water pill, but what it does in female, or what it does in male to females like me, is it gets rid of your testosterone. So it's like a chemical castration. So she'll get me down through the spirolactin, or lactone. It's called aldactone, but it's spirolactone. Um, she'll get me down to like 0 testosterone, and then it would just be estrogen in my body. So, and there's like different things to do up there. They have a Persad Center in Pittsburgh. They have a Persad Center in Washington. So I already went to the one in Pittsburgh and went through the whole process for a year and a half or whatever it was. Got in front of the gender team, or the board of directors, for a chat, for a meeting, to see if I was approved for my gender reassignment surgery, for my sex reassignment surgery down below. I was approved, but since I was gone, and it's after 7 years, they destroy your records. I'm like, are you kidding me? So, if I had to, if I still wanted my surgery, I'd have to go through the whole process of getting therapy from them for a year, then go in front of them and get it. But I don't want my bottom surgery. Having a penis doesn't bother me anymore like it used to. Because in the beginning, it was like all about getting my surgery, and I just, over the years, I'm like, fuck it. You know, Trisha Paytas is lucky. She makes a lot of money on YouTube. I don't know if she's a millionaire, but she's living. If she's not a millionaire, then she's upper middle class or something. She's very lucky. I would not get butt implants, even though my butt's flat. Excuse me, I could use that. Butt implants. But because I have hips, but then I don't have any junk in the trunk. I barely have a trunk. But I'm gonna keep losing weight, and that's my goal. Keep trying to think positive, do what I need to do for disability. Just keep going on and on. See what happens. At least the doctor that I'm going to, the plastic surgeon, I don't know if he's Asian, because his name is Nguyen or something like that. But when I said the doctor's name, my hormone doctor, Carol Priest, said, oh, okay, because, she's gone, or she knows of him, because other girls have gone to him for surgery, so they know the whole process. The lady I talked to on the phone said, you don't need your papers right now for your surgery, for the consult. I'm hoping the consult is free, or it won't be free, so I'm hoping it's they'll wait, and it will go in with the breast augmentation. So I'm hoping that it's covered through my insurance, the consultation. And it should be, because it all ties into that. But I'm working on getting my letters. That's the step that I'm doing now. I'll talk to Carol about getting my letter from her, see if it costs any money, and I'll talk to Taffy Busey, and whenever I can actually get a hold of her, because she has her voicemail on a lot. Whenever I get a hold of her, she calls me when the time is right. I'll make an appointment with her, meet her somewhere. She said she left a voicemail saying that she can get me what I need, meaning write my letter out for me. You need 2 letters, one from your doctor and one from someone else. So, well, like a licensed something or other. She's a licensed social worker but has other degrees. So, you know, other girls are using her her letter for the surgery. So, anyways, I'll keep you guys up to date. I'm actually getting tired. I got up a little early, took my medicine took all my medication, even my take-home dose of methadone. I took that like at 3 o'clock. So I'm tired. It's like 8 o'clock. I'm gonna lay down. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. And don't worry, I'll be fine. I love you guys. Happy fall. Even though it's not October yet, happy fall. And I love each and every one of you. Mwah. Peace. Plenty of kisses. And a lot of hugs. Bye-bye, guys. I love you guys so much. Talk to you soon. Bye.